Purpose: create a clean, plot-ready world reference drawing that highlights coastlines, country borders, and major place labels with a simple orientation guide. In this video, we begin with the broad sweep of the world's coastlines, tracing the outer edges of the continents in long, confident strokes. From there, the pen moves inward, carving the continents into smaller regions as national borders are added, one boundary at a time, until the land masses become a patchwork of distinct shapes. Next come the islands and scattered fragments that complete the silhouettes across the oceans, filling in the smaller geographic details around the main forms. Once the structure is in place, the labeling starts. Large centered names appear first across the biggest land areas, then additional country names tighten the focus across denser regions. The ocean titles arrive in open water, giving the empty space meaning and balance. Finally, a compass rose is drawn near the lower portion of the page, finishing with directional letters that lock the whole composition into a clear, navigable frame. Description: this drawing presents a full world map with simplified continental outlines and a dense network of national borders that divide the land into many distinct regions. Large land areas are labeled in bold, readable text, including examples such as USA, Canada, Brazil, Russia, China, India, Australia, and Greenland, giving quick reference points across the whole layout. The surrounding waters are also identified with major ocean names placed across open space, including Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, and Pacific Ocean, which helps the viewer orient the land masses against the wider world. In Europe, the borderlines tighten into a compact mosaic of smaller shapes, and the labeling becomes more frequent, with many short names carefully positioned to fit within narrow boundaries. Across Africa and parts of Asia, the same pattern continues. Broader outer coastlines are reinforced with confident contours, while interior boundaries use thinner, steady strokes that stitch neighboring regions together without turning the surface into visual noise. Smaller island groups appear as scattered outlines across the oceans, adding realism to the empty space and completing the global silhouettes. A compass rose sits below the central landmass, marked with the primary and diagonal directions, serving as a classic navigation cue and a satisfying final accent. Maps like this exist to provide a shared geographic reference, a way to compare relative positions, recognize borders, connect names to shapes, and plan routes or discussions with a common frame of understanding. Extra detail: the design is strong for pen plotting because the coastlines and borders form mostly continuous paths, building the drawing from big structure to fine detail. The open ocean areas provide breathing room, while the labels and compass add visual anchors without heavy shading. Some tiny islands and dense clusters of small text may require slower plotting to keep letter forms legible. Scale, projection type, and any coordinate system are unknown, and no legend or measurement marks are shown. Draw statistics. Paper. On 24 pounds 90 grams per square meter. Light blue paper pens. Sakura jelly. Roll 06. White pen. Elapsed time 10:59. Minutes, seconds. Length of path drawn 12.40 meters. Total distance moved 15.60 meters.